Kingdom Come Deliverance was under my radar all the way till release date in February 2018. And when I finally saw the lush green forests, that paperback inventory, unnecessary large equipment menu, and learned by doing mechanics, I would only think about one thing: Ultima Online. Honestly, game has little to nothing to do with Ultima, but for some reason Kingdom Come managed to bring those memories from 15 years ago, and I knew I needed to play this game. There is so much to talk about in Kingdom Come that it's hard to choose where to begin. First of all, there's Henry. For once, you aren't this pre-made hero or chosen one with the godlike skills. You are Henry, a lazy, good-for-nothing son of a blacksmith who can't fight, can't lift, won't craft. The fact that I don't need to feel bad for not reading books if I never learn how to read should already give you a picture of how much, or little, you can mold Henry in your liking. Even the personality of Henry on surface makes him look like this extra good Christian, when in reality the things I made him say with high strength levels are jaw-droppingly hilarious, and shows much darker side of him.
Just be sure you know what you're letting yourself in for.
Was that a threat? Do you think I'm an idiot?
You don't get it, do you? I don't particularly want to fight with you. I don't have the time or the need to prove anything. So I'll just take my knife and stick it between your ribs. And then I'll keep twisting until you tell me the truth.
Jesus Christ! Are you insane?
Maybe. So are you going to talk?
Just take it easy.
As any good RPG, Kingdom Come won't force you into any particular gameplay style, and there are multiple ways to complete any of the quests. And it's easy to replay a game at least once without retracking your steps. Quests also play out in real time after you accept them, and changes depending how long you take time to complete them. Remember that hanging you promised to prevent this morning? Too late. The prisoner is now dead, and his brother is now looking for you. Other times you will just straight up fail the quest after too much time passes. This mechanic changed how I played Kingdom Come. Instead of talking to every villager in town hoping to gather all the side quests, I found myself sticking only to the main quest, because now it felt urgent, and things could only get worse if I waited. Side quests could wait until the main story was done. This also made it impossible to make Henry overpowered, and it fit perfectly in the end. Henry and I would both learn and grow with the story, and would need to think clever ways to get out of trouble. There was this one quest that I remember for a long time. I was supposed to meet an old soldier next to a big tree at nightfall, but arriving there alone was a mistake. It quickly became clear that only one of us would leave that place alive. Of course, first, I tried to talk my way out of fight. Without success. He draws his sword and kills me. For the next few attempts, I just decided to run at him like a maniac with a mace ready in my hand. But I was no match for the soldier. I knew I wouldn't win him in a fair fight. So next, I tried to sneak behind his back and unarm him by taking his sword. No success there either. I was told to swallow my pride and go level up my skills. But then I saw it. The tree. It wasn't like any other tree. It was leaning far over the river at low angle, low enough that I could sneak to it and climb myself halfway up to it. From there, I started my rain of arrows that occasionally hit the soldier while he was standing there until his unfair demise. All these tactics and more were feasible ways to complete the quest depending what skills you have. To be honest, I don't know if it was Henry's fault or mine that we weren't able to take him or few others down in fair fight. Kingdom's combat comes with all the bells and whistles. You have 5 directional swings, plus swings, blocks, counterattacks and combos. Not even mentioning bows and stealth kills. These all cost stamina, and if you let that run out, you are extremely easy to kill. There are some issues when it comes to things like targeting. Impossible blocks from enemies, and seemingly unlimited stamina. but I wouldn't doubt for a second that those issues are a combination of low skill points and lack of talent behind the keyboard. Whatever points Kingdom Come lost with me in combat, they came back with scenery and little things tenfold. Game looks gorgeous with a wide range of graphic settings, and even when watching far in the horizon, you don't see a fog wall or much lower view. Instead, you see amazing towns open in front of you from the hilltops, beautiful green forests continuing as far as I can see, only to be broken by majestic castles that are surrounded with gold protective walls. And all the time I can open Google Maps and enjoy the same locations 600 years later. I definitely have a new location in the list of places I must visit. The great graphics alone won't make the game if the land feels dead, but with Kingdom Come there are no such problems. As I previously stated, Bohemia is a living, breathing piece of land. In the early hours of morning, citizens wash their faces, carry water from the wells, and eat their breakfast. The butcher hangs meat on the shop and gathers eggs from the coops. Refugees wake up from the ditch and set up to survive yet another day. And after the eventful day is over, some people seek answers from the church, while others from bottom of the pint in the tavern. The game is full of these interesting things that gives a nice flavor to the game, like disguising yourself as an enemy and infiltrating their camp. Or merchants getting richer the more stuff you sell to them. Or people reacting differently, depending if you are dirty or bloody. And if there's random events on the road. Horse riding has actual weight. Forget the horse. Henry has actual physics, and you can see yourself if you watch down. Those are just some things off the top of my head, but I'm sure there has to be more. Bohemian isn't a large map, but it's full of details, events, and just general life. Which is welcome change in the current trend where bigger is better. Even if it's just nothingness for 20 minutes straight between towns. Games these days seem to me have this base level when it comes to audio. Nothing underperforms awfully, but no one exceeds too high in the scale either. And everything becomes eventually white noise. But Kingdom Come blew all my expectations, and it goes to one of the best in recent history. It has great soundtrack that sets mood for the cinematic from the first beat, and calming melodies while riding through Bohemia. When the ride is over and it's time to meet people, I can happily say all the voice actors range from good to fantastic. But when you're alone, that's when the magic happens. The ambience. In the forest, a lonely bird sings on a tree branch. Wind dances with the leaves, and crickets play their song. In the distance, you can hear a church town bell. In town, a lively chatter fills the streets and quiets down the small murmur in taverns. Not to mention the rain hitting the road and thunder roaring so loud that I had to take off my headphones a few times just to make sure it was coming from the game. All of it is so relaxing that I can see myself hunting and traveling on the road long after everything is done. It felt odd writing this script. I shine the brightest when I complain and find flaws in games that seem to annoy only me. But I'm having a hard time to find anything concrete to complain about. Sure, the story is a bit bland. But that's the beauty of it. It might not be 100% accurate in each step, but it gives window to a real life, a real history, and events that strike more emotion for me than any made-up stories can. Night times were painfully dark, and few times the story forces you to play in the middle of the night. Visibility was so low I might as well just have turned my screen off. But for this, there was an answer in form of alchemy potion, but I refuse to use it because I don't like to use buffs. I'm a moron. So it's not game fault, it's my fault, right? Even the bugs that Kingdom Come got criticized a lot in the launch of the game has been ironed out. Personally, I didn't have any problems with the 50 hours I spent in the main story. One complaint does rise up though, and that's something to do with the surrendering bandit. If I turn my back to one and he sees his chances to run away in that moment, that's fine. But when I stand victorious in front of him, why can't I deliver the killing blow? I can let him go, or demand some items and then let him go. But if I wish to kill him, I need to chase him for miles, tackling him over and over again, every so often getting one hit to the head. I know Henry's a good Christian and all, but if this noble knight refuses to deliver a killing blow because of the honor, why does he have no problem stabbing and stomping sleeping people, innocent or not? Another really waterproof complaint is one single word, and that's monastery. I won't spoil you, but Google it. It's a thing in the main story. Just find it. These were my personal thoughts. I still have all the side quests, current and upcoming DLCs to experience, and those might lower or increase my points with the game. But currently, it is one of the best RPGs I've been playing. But if I do change my mind, I will be making another video of that.